OK, let's get more on this story now, because a date has yet to be confirmed by the DCMS Select Committee as to when they'll call Yorkshire Chair Roger Hutton, other senior figures at the club and Azeem Rafiq to give evidence. Now, the committee want a hearing as swiftly as possible to explain the club's handling of Rafiq's racism claims. So let's get more on this story now and put it more into context then. Our reporter Geraint Hughes got the latest on it. So, Geraint, what's the latest regarding the hearing and what has the reaction been from those with links to Yorkshire, please?
Yeah, let's start with the reaction first of all, because I think what we can garner here is just how serious this is and how seriously it's taken by not just politicians but by senior politicians as well. The Health Secretary Sajid Javid spoke about this yesterday, but also Nadine Dorries, who is the new Secretary of State for Culture, Media and Sport. She published a pretty damning tweet yesterday where she called on the racism that Azeem Rafiq had been subjected to was disgusting, but also now that any ECB investigation, well, we know there's going to be an ECB investigation. They are now fully in receipt of the Yorkshire CCC report. They've said from yesterday now they can conduct an investigation, but it's my understanding now is that there's got to be transparency and there's got to be speed and swiftness on this investigation by the ECB. I think from people I've been talking to this morning is that yes, within government now is to let the process take its course, but that course must not go on and on and on. There must be a resolution. There must be working at pace to get this report up and running and get it completed as well. Talking about a time frame as well there that you mentioned there, separately a select committee, this is a cross-party gathering of MPs, of a select committee of the DCMS. Yesterday, their chair, Julian Knight, called upon the chair of Yorkshire Cricket Club, Roger Hutton, Martin Moxon, the director of cricket, and Mark Arthur, the chief executive, along with Azeem Rafiq, to appear before them in front of a panel of MPs to give public evidence, because everything they give in those committees is publicly available as well. So we're hoping as well, given that that committee tends to sit on a Tuesday where they can get them going, is that a number of dates have been put forward, with potentially November the 16th as a date for this select committee to meet and hear evidence, as I say, in public from people from Yorkshire County Cricket Club and from Azeem Rafiq itself. Coming back to what I just spoke about earlier about a number of politicians and indeed senior politicians who are becoming very, very concerned about this issue. Nadine Dorries, new Secretary of State for the DCMS, Sajid Javid has spoken about it as well. There's a feeling within from Nigel Huddleston, who's the Sports Minister as well, concurs with Nadine Dorries, but also as well Grant Shapps, who is the Transport Secretary as well, has been speaking on this issue this morning. This is what he had to say about the situation.
I think it's very serious. I mean, there's no place for racism at all in this day and age. It's surprising to even be having the conversation. So I think the Health Secretary is absolutely right about this, and I trust that the right and proper action will be taken.
So really what happens now is that the ball is in the court of the ECB, who are conducting their investigation, but pressure from the outside being put upon them by senior government officials to move with pace, with swiftness, to get that report underway and to get it completed and get its findings out there as soon as possible. Maybe even indeed some interim findings, possibly that they could let the DCMS Select Committee hear about, potentially when they meet in just under a fortnight's time.
OK, Geraint, thank you very much for clearing all that up.